Hi Capricorn, welcome. In this episode, we're taking a look at planetary rulership in astrology. First, we'll briefly go over what planetary rulers are and their purpose, and then we'll get into what specific meaning this holds for the zodiac sign Capricorn. Planetary rulers impart certain important features to their respective signs. Each planet is associated with an ancient Greek god or goddess, whose powers and attributes are expressed through the zodiac signs they rule. And the planets themselves also possess astrophysical characteristics which relate to their sign's signature traits. So now I'm going to get into what this means for Capricorn specifically. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. The name Saturn is actually a combination of the Latin words saturatum and annos, which means to be saturated with years, in the sense of being mature, wise, and dignified. Saturn is a harvest god who teaches us that we reap what we sow. The planet Saturn holds power over certain specific areas of life. These include solidity, stability, strength, time, age, maturity, longevity, wisdom, legacy, prudence, pragmatism, reality, responsibility, accountability, discipline, dedication, hard work and its reward, structure, form, frameworks, limits, boundaries, solitude, seriousness, gravity, frugality, conservation, sacrifice, and selflessness. Saturn rules the boundaries and structures of our world, the rules by which society functions, the rules by which the entire universe functions, including basic laws of physics like gravity. If we think about the planet's most notable astronomical feature, the rings of Saturn, the celestial body itself is contained within this physical boundary, which provides an excellent visual representation for the nature of this energy. Capricorn represents everything within the accepted bounds. They like doing things by the book and following the rules. They're good at thinking inside the box, which is sometimes criticized for being too conservative, but personally, I would argue that thinking inside the box is actually incredibly creative. It's easy to be inventive when working outside the rules where anything goes. It takes an amazing amount of creativity and ingenuity to be able to find ways of working within the system, because you have to maneuver around all the rigid structures and boundaries already in place. And Capricorn is the unique sign that is ingenious enough to figure out how to thrive, even with all those limits placed upon them. They are experts at navigating rules and regulations and being very productive within an established system. Capricorn is a sign deeply connected to creative power and ingenuity and initiation because it's an active cardinal sign. If you'd like to understand more about how Capricorn manifests cardinal energy, you can check out my other video, What It Means to Be a Cardinal Sign, linked in the description. Saturn asks Capricorn to perform its creativity within the guidelines of a certain established structure, which can admittedly be challenging. It can be hard work. But this planetary ruler is also about the meaningful growth that results from overcoming those challenges. As long as we put in the hard work, Saturn will ensure that we get what we deserve. Capricorn tends to be quite materially secure because of this. All their hard work pays off in the end. Capricorn gets a nice reward for their effort. It goes back to Saturn's association with the harvest. What we plant will grow and flourish as long as we have the dedication to nurture it responsibly. And no sign is more dedicated and diligent than Capricorn. Because they understand rules and structures of hierarchy so well, they can masterfully play the game and win. They're usually very successful at making their way up the ladder to achieve higher status. So they often eventually wind up in positions of power or authority. The wisdom they develop as a result of their effort and experience and expertise becomes something really valuable that is sought after. Others want their guidance and their counsel. So Capricorns can function really well in situations where they are providing some kind of guardianship or mentorship or leadership or support to others. Ancient Greek astrologers associated the planet Saturn with their Titan god Kronos. Saturn was his Latin name, which we more commonly use today. Kronos is associated with time. Words like chronology and anachronism are derived from the Greek root. Kronos represents the inevitability of our linear reality as we experience things like aging, growing, and maturing, and ultimately the fact that our existence is finite. In modern times, this reality has been something that people have tried to deny and escape from, which has caused Saturn or Kronos to have kind of a bad rep. In modern culture, a lot of people want to live forever or stay young forever. But in ancient times, when this astrological association was developed, the Greek and Roman Stoic philosophers of the day believed that the finite nature of life is part of what makes it so precious. They had a saying, memento mori, which means remember you're going to die. And the purpose of this reminder is to encourage us to live now, live in the moment, carpe diem, live like each day is our last. Capricorns inherently carry that awareness of time with them. It's one of the reasons that they have a reputation for working so hard. This sign has the most energy in the entire zodiac. Other astrologers might argue it's one of the fire signs, but they're wrong. Capricorn has a wild amount of energy. They put a lot of effort into life, and they like keeping busy because they're making the most of the time that they have. The Stoic philosopher Seneca wrote, "It is not that we have so little time, but that we waste much of it. Life is long enough to allow the accomplishment of great things, as long as the whole of it is well invested." Capricorns are all about fully embracing and fully investing in life. Within them, they carry the wisdom and stability of Saturn, which makes them capable of building something truly beautiful and special with their time here. Thank you so much for listening, Capricorn. Leave a like if you enjoyed getting to know your planetary ruler. Comment if you have any questions. Share this with your friends or other Capricorns in your life, and please subscribe. I would be so happy to have you with me.